Hi, this is Anta, making another self-support video. I see the video look very dark, but that's okay. So what is the subject today? Well, for one thing, I am here, I'm sitting here, breathing. But this is not the case for many people in this world today. Many people are suffering. And now I am not talking about emotional suffering or mental suffering or depression or sadness or isolation or loneliness, things like that. Those are also sufferings, but I am not specifically talking about them. I am talking about suffering that exists in this world, which makes living nearly impossible. I am talking about things like starvation, things like homelessness, things like living without water or clean sanitation, or working 15-16 hours a day just to survive. Imagine yourself as a factory worker in China. Your job is to work, 14 hours a day, 16 hours a day. Because if you don't work, you will not have money. Very simple equation. Now, if you complain to your boss saying, listen, I am working 15-16 hours a day, then the boss will say, oh, listen, if you want the money, do the job, otherwise get out. There are so many people who will take your job. You should feel happy that you have a job. You should be grateful, You have a job, you should be grateful. There are so many people in this world don't have jobs, so what the fuck are you complaining about? You have a job, you should not complain. Instead, you should be thankful. You should pray to God and thank God that you have a job where you work 15 hours a day and or 15-16 hours a day. You should thank God for it. Look at the bright side of things. You have a job. At least you have a job. 15 hours a day, 16 hours a day, you are working. You are a productive citizen. You are making money. Imagine if you don't have the job. Imagine how worse your life will be. So, what are you complaining about? Your situation is better than nothing. To have this job where you work 15 hours a day is better than having no job. Because when you don't have a job, you are totally fucked. You will be on the streets. So this is something that is better than nothing. So please don't complain. So goes the story for many people who works, who work in sweatshops, horrible living conditions, working conditions in this world. So those are the type of suffering I'm talking about. I could have been easily born into one of those positions, I was born into a situation where I was able to have the basic things, able to go to school, able to get a job, able to live a comfortable life. I was born into it. You can almost say it's like winning a lottery. At birth I got this chance. Everything here, I have it right now. I don't work 16 hours a week, day. I work maybe 8 to 10 hours a day. Even that is too long, but at least I'm not like standing in a factory for 15 hours a day and killing myself. So this abusive world must be stopped. I mean, this is, oh fuck, this is not the way to live. So many people are suffering. So many people are suffering. Some people are suffering like, food starvation. They can't even work. Forget about them. They are like downtrodden, hunger, starving. 21,000 people die a day. I mean, as a Destonians, we are talking the same voice, saying the same message. Why do we keep repeating the same statistic? I mean, why do you talk about the suffering of this world? Isn't that kind of a bad news? Well, we keep talking about these world problems because it must be stopped. That's why we talk about it. It's not like playing an old record, keep running and running. No, we speak about the world problems because we want them to be stopped. I mean, there is no point otherwise. Eventually, this suffering will explode. I mean, humans will just go crazy. I don't know what will happen. I mean, how long? Another 100 years, 200 years, 300 years? Do you think there will be slaves who are working 15, 16 hours so that you and I can have a cozy life? Imagine capitalism in the next 500 years. If capitalism were to let run like this, for next 500 years, the amount of money they will make, amount of resources they will exploit, amount of human labor they will exploit. I mean, what is the end? For 500 years, wow. We saw in the last 500 years, the next another 500 years, see how much they will exploit everything. Things are only getting worse. Human rights for workers are not any better. I mean, things are getting worse. People are suffering. It's harder and harder and hard to survive in this world. If you are lucky like myself, then you can enjoy a good life. But that's the thing about this world. It's a casino. If you are lucky, you are lucky. Yeah. But majority of the people in this world are not lucky. And I could have easily born into one of those unlucky persons and work 15 hours a day, or work as a prostitute, work as a janitor, work as a security guard, work as a dishwasher. I mean, truck. So many suffering jobs in this world. It looks like they all have a job, but many of them hate their job. It's suffering, pure plain suffering. It's not fun to work as a prostitute on the streets for hours and hours. You know that? It's not fun to get fucked by 10 different men a day. I don't think any woman in this world will like this. I don't think all those factory people really enjoy themselves. That's why we hear about people committing suicide in China, jumping out of factories, because they just can't take it. They've been working for 10, 15, 16 hours a day. They have families, they have children. I mean, how long can they take this shit? Or things like child labor, children working so that they can eat their food. So this kind of suffering is what I'm talking about. I mean, the more I look at it, it's a pathetic situation. Deplorable life conditions. Precarious. And if we look at the environment, the earth, rivers, forest, how fucked up is everything. Yeah, this is a sad talk. I mean, I'm not here to tell you about love and light. I'm not here to chant Om and try to bring you enlightenment. There is no fucking enlightenment. Who are all these gurus? Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, Sai Baba, Eckhart Tolle, and all the other fucking gurus. What have they done in this world? They make you feel good about you. Oh, you are blessed. You are a blessed child of this world. You have good karma. Oh, let Shiva take care of everything. Lord will take care of everything. Yeah, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar is doing projects here and there, humanitarian charity projects. But why can't Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, so-called world famous guru of joy, study and understand the equal money system and educate this to his own people and bring awareness to his own people about equal money system and understand the real implication of equal money system? Why can't he join this global movement? Instead, he is running around and doing little pet projects. Yeah, that's also okay. I guess there is an immediate and urgent need for someone who is hungry or thirsty, he is giving that, okay. But still talking about love and light and well, Shiva will take care of it. Consciousness is moving. That's what I heard Eckhart Tolle say once. Well, the consciousness is moving. All that means is not take self-responsibility. We are not responsible for anything in this world. That's what these gurus are telling us. Somebody else will take care of you. And if you happen to be lucky like me, good job and this and that, well, thank God, do some charity, go to downtown, give some soup kitchen few dollars. You know what I'm saying? Go to Africa or spend a week in Africa doing some, build some school or paint a school, It's so disgusting when I see these volunteers going to Africa to help Africans. They go to Africa to, paint the school or build a little house. Oh, we build a house in Africa. Oh, how nice is that? And come back and feel all good and wear a t-shirt saying, I built a house in Africa. What is this? This is making yourself feel good at the cost of the suffering. At Destiny, we don't make ourselves feel good at the cost of other people. We instead stand as one and equal to everyone in this world and understand the real problem and trying to place ourselves in their shoes and see how it would be for me to live in those African countries. How it for me to be living as a slave worker in China. How my life would be if I am the prostitute in downtown. And this is how a Destonian thinks. And in that realization, we present equal money system as the final and ultimate solution to bring a dignified life to every human being in this world. So this is not bullshit, sad story, sad song talk I'm talking. Although I'm talking about all the sad and negative things in this world, because it is the reality of this world right now. And I have nothing love and love to tell you. There is no Om chanting. There is no good news in this world right now. The only good news is equal money system. And if you really if you even have one drop of care, you should get out of your ass and go to our website and start studying it, learning it, and before anything, apply self-forgiveness. And in that, you will change yourself, you will overcome your own pre-programming and will participate in this process to change yourself and to change this world by bringing equal money system to this world. In that way, we can actually and truly end the sad music of this world. So all the sad and negative things that I am talking right now will be actually end. They will actually end with equal money system. And that's what we want. To end the sadness of this world. Really, practically. To end the suffering of this world. We are not offering hope. We are not offering dope. We are offering a practical solution. And for that, you must also stand one and equal to this and join us. Investigate us. Otherwise, what will happen? Well, otherwise, what will happen? Time will tell. I guess suffering will continue. It will get only worse and worse. I mean, some forms of life are suffering, right? Humans, animals, they are suffering. They are also life. Life as such is suffering right now. And it is pretty worse right now. And in the next 100 years, 200, 300, 400, it will get even more worse and worse and worse. And maybe suffering will end. I don't know about that. I don't know. But I know one thing. If equal money system were to come, if we stand together, if we as humanity stand together and bring equal money system, suffering will end. The sadness will end. Thank you. Please join us at www.desteni.org. Thanks.